Good afternoon. Today is June 18th, and today I'll continue to be talking about the coronavirus. So the first piece of news that I'd like to talk about is that as cases continue to mount in California, Governor Gavin Newsom today ordered people to wear face masks in most indoor and some outdoor public settings. California reported more than 4,000 new cases on Wednesday, a new one-day record. And the new guidance states that people in California must wear face coverings in indoor public spaces from offices to Ubers to apartment hallways, and outdoors if it is not possible to stay 6 feet away from people in other households. There's just way too many people without face coverings, and this is going to put California at risk, the real progress we have made in fighting the disease. California's strategy to restart the economy and get people back to work will only be successful if people act safely and follow health recommendations, which means wearing a face covering, washing your hands, and practicing social distancing. So I think this updated guidance is very helpful in that if we wear face masks, there has been studies shown that wearing a face mask will dramatically decrease the chance of getting the virus. And while in California, face mask requirements have varied from county to county, and at least seven county health officers have recently resigned amid controversy over those and other preventive measures. Even in Santa Clara County, where I live, one public health officer has been threatened. So there has been a growing body of scientific research that showed people with no or few symptoms of COVID-19 can still spread the disease, and that the use of face coverings, combined with social distancing and frequent hand washing, will reduce the spread of COVID-19. So that I hope any Californians just follow these guidances, and we can still continue to reopen if we can reduce the amount of cases. The second thing that I'd like to talk about is that a new study published today in Natural Medicine showed that antibodies, protective proteins made in response to infection, may last only 2 to 3 months, especially in people who never showed symptoms while they were infected. So this conclusion does not necessarily mean that these people can be infected a second time, and even low levels of powerful neutralizing antibodies may still be protective, as are the immune system's T cells and B cells. However, these results offer a strong note of caution against the idea of immunity certificates for people who have recovered from the illness. Antibodies to other coronaviruses, including those that cause SARS and MERS, are thought to last about a year, and scientists hope that the antibodies to the new virus might last at least as long. But now, several studies have shown that most people who are visibly ill with COVID-19 develop antibodies to the virus, it is still against urgent caution, as we see that the antibodies won't be around for long. The new study compared 37 asymptomatic people to an equal number who had symptoms in China, and the investigators found that asymptomatic people mount a weaker response to the virus than those who develop symptoms. While the sample size is small, however, and research did not take into account protection offered by immune cells that may fight the virus on their own, such as B cells, or make new antibodies when the virus invades. A second study has been done which was published in the journal Nature, suggests that even low levels of antibodies might be enough to thwart the virus. And it does appear that even low levels of certain antibodies have potent neutralizing capability, which means that the patient will be protected from reinfection. Between 20 and 50% of those infected may never show outward signs of the illness, from the new study from China. And The study found that asymptomatic shed virus when infected and did so for longer than those who had symptoms. So this suggests that, well, asymptomatic patients are indeed capable of transmitting the virus, which is more why we need to protect ourselves. But it's unclear whether the virus shed by asymptomatic people is capable of infecting virus. So we currently just know that they're shedding the virus. So I think these two reports in summary highlight the need to develop strong vaccines because immunity develops naturally during infection is suboptimal and short-lived in most people. So we cannot rely on natural infection, but just vaccines is all we can rely on. That's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.